you enjoy this video or find it informative, I would ask you to hit the subscribe button and the notification bell beside it. Leave a comment and maybe hit the like button on the video. That just helps this video do a little better, helps this channel grow, and I would love it if you could become a part of the community here by getting involved on a daily basis as I upload videos every day. Thank you very much. Enjoy the video. Greetings, free thinkers. Welcome to the Hoggcast. How are you doing today? I hope you're doing fine. I certainly am. Now, quick disclaimer before we start. If you hear loud drilling noise in the background like that, the street drilling people are out there working in the street, so I apologise. It's not my guts, it's not me farting or passing wind or anything. It is the street people. Although when I do pass wind, it is generally quite as loud, but it's not that today. So we're in New York. Businesses have had enough. Now, we know that in New York, Donald Trump did very well. Republicans did very well. They increased their voter share a lot, like they did everywhere else. But hey, all of the voting mysteriously stopped counting at like 4 o'clock in the morning. And then we had all those big dumps for Joe Biden votes in the 6 key swing states. But that's a different story. I'm digressing. What it is here is the Rona police. Remember, I did a video about the Rona spies who were spying on through windows in largely the Jewish community, making sure that there weren't a number of families gathering in the same house for the Thanksgiving, etc., etc. Here we have business owners in New York who are fed up, and we have these enforcement people coming in. They're not law enforcement. I mean, they are technically law enforcement, but they're not of the same pedigree as like the police or the FBI or even emergency services people like the fire brigade or EMTs. These are your Rona police, quote unquote police. They are the ones that go around to businesses trying to destroy your business, essentially. They are the ones who enjoy giving people who are running a business without any profit for the last 6 months a $10,000 fine. It's disgusting. They enjoy it. And one company, one business owner's just had enough, and he gives them an earful. Not that it does him any good, because of course these people are devoid of humanity, but it's reassuring in the least to know that people are fighting back. So without further ado, let's get into this video. But if you haven't yet, please like, subscribe, hit the notification bell and share this video around. That's important more now than ever. There's a share button down there. Only takes a moment. Share it around social media. YouTube is drastically limiting our reach for independent commentary channels, so we need your help today. Okay, let's go. Okay, so now let's check out this video clip of a business owner in Buffalo, New York, telling these Rona police, go and get a warrant. You're not coming in here and you're not ruining my family's business over your crap, essentially.
I've lost friends, I've lost family who themselves. I've seen clients die because they've lost their livelihood.
I'm sorry to hear that.
I know you are, and I'm asking for you to guys have some compassion for the people that have lost everything.
We do have compassion for the people who...
Okay, well, you need to go have compassion out in the parking lot.
But
this is private property.
This
is private property. This is private property.
Yes, it is.
It's private property.
I
Go
didn't
get a
argue
warrant.
that.
Listen, man, this is private property. They're not wanted here. So do your jobs.
Well, her job is...
Well, no, your job is to remove people that are not wanted here.
You have a
We're wanted here. They're not.
She's
hiding your name tag. She had a
I'm
name
not.
tag.
It's right there. It's my business. You can see my name
They're just
tag.
doing their job.
There we go.
You should all be wearing masks.
So the sheriff there is saying they're just doing their jobs. Well, do you know who else was just doing their jobs? The guards in Auschwitz and Birkenau and the other camps. They were just doing their jobs as well. They said, actually in the Nuremberg trials, they said we were just doing our jobs, we were just following orders. It didn't work then. You cannot, this is the problem with Western society. You cannot cherry pick when it is or it is not okay to use excuses. An excuse can't be good for you, but bad for me. An excuse can't be good on Monday, but bad on Tuesday. Something's either right or it's wrong. For too long, in the West, different groups are living in parallel laws and customs to each other. One group can do one thing and another group can do another thing. It's why there is so much division in society at the moment. Seems to me like if you vote for Joe Biden and you have the letters B, L, M on your shirt or your jacket, you can do what you want. You have carte blanche to do anything you like. But if you voted Trump and you have a Trump sign out in front of your house, it's open season. That's the way it seems. And there's a lot of evidence to back that up. And people are tired of it. They're tired of it.
I'm not doing anything wrong.
Don't worry about my health. My health isn't your
We're
concern.
meant to be wearing a mask. It's a government.
Okay, well then write me up.
It's the law.
Okay, then take me to jail.
It's not the law.
Then take me to jail.
Show me the law. Show me the law. Show me the law. Well, I think we gotta go, John.
You have to leave. You guys have to leave.
You guys need to leave.
have to leave.
Right now you're trespassing without a warrant. You need
Mass
to
civil
leave.
disobedience
You need
starts
to
now.
leave. You're trespassing.
We're not
Were you
trespassing.
You're
going on the
trespassing.
property?
Doesn't matter.
Then
We
you're
have a right to be
trespassing.
Then get a warrant. Go get a warrant.
You need a warrant.
Go get a warrant.
I'm trespassing.
Yes, you do.
Come back with the warrant or
You
leave.
don't write the law.
Outside. No, go on your
They've
phone
been asked to
outside.
leave several
Go on your phone
occasions.
outside.
I would really like it if you
Where
would
did
stop
you hear the
shouting at me.
report?
I haven't done
Okay,
anything
really
wrong.
like it.
You would really like it if they would stop shouting at you. This is what I'm saying. Earlier in the video, you said that you had compassion. Well, you obviously don't. You are paid a lot of money to go to businesses and ruin their lives. People don't want to wear a mask 16 hours a day, especially if they're around their own family and their own friends who they see every day. Over a virus, which I'm sorry, I'm afraid to burst your bubble, Rona spies and Rona quote-unquote police, a 99.6% survival rate, which is drastically higher than the likes of Ebola. We never did this for anything other than this. There is something amiss. You can call it crackpot, you can call it tinfoil, all you like. People are starting to realise there's a little bit more to this than what's being said, because it was meant to be 14 days to stop the spread, and now we've got people bursting into your homes, your businesses, people spying on you just to see what items of clothing you're wearing, whether or not you're wearing a muzzle on your face that they told you had to wear. This is the type of stuff that happens in socialist and communist countries, and the ease in which Western nations have slipped into this tyranny really bothers a lot of people. And this woman here, and to a lesser extent the sheriffs behind them, they just don't get it. They don't understand why people are so angry.
Who reported it? Who reported it?
You know what? I don't know.
Yeah, it's anonymous.
And there you go. Someone said, who's reported it? And she said, you know what? I don't know. That's another thing. We now have the socialist snitch networks. These anonymous snitching network. It has everything to do with turning man against man, woman against woman, son against father, mother against daughter, and most crucially, neighbour against neighbour, which it has done. Instead of having neighbours bringing over a pot of macaroni to the next door neighbour, building a community, we now seem to invest all our time and energy into destroying our own communities. Stupid. Stupid.
That's right. It's anonymous.
But
It
it's a
can't be
legitimate
anonymous.
complaint.
You need to
It
know
can
your
be,
accuser. You need to
that's
know. It
not-
cannot
Okay,
be
wait,
anonymous.
you gotta go get a warrant.
It
It's not
cannot
how
be
health
anonymous.
department.
It cannot be
You gotta
anonymous.
go get a
You
warrant.
don't get the
You gotta go get a
right
warrant.
policies. You
It's
don't get to
code
violate the
enforcement.
Constitution. It
This
does
isn't
not
the
matter.
same
You
as
don't
that.
circumvent or subvert the Constitution.
Okay, miss, you need to leave.
I'm surprised to see that chanting actually works. I was a bit apprehensive at first when they started chanting, because I don't like chanting. I don't like people who chant. I think chanting is a sign of how can I put it? leftism, essentially, because it's all they do. But it must work to some degree, because they've eventually given up and gone out. You see, this is what happens. This is why they wanted the snitch network, because you see, you had a group of people here. These are all some of those guys. There are the business owners, some of their friends, some of their families. So they're all in the business. Some of the friends and the family members maybe work there. This is why they want the snitch network, so that they don't get together like that. Did you see that they were a united front at the end there when they were chanting? Let's watch that again. Even though I hate chanting, I dislike chanting a lot. You see that they were a united front, and the guys eventually left. Now, you know, with them being the way that they are, these Rona people, it takes a certain type of person to apply for a job to go into other people's businesses that haven't had any income for 6 months and ruin them, finish them off. So they have to remortgage their house and they get evicted and that type of thing. It takes a special type of person to want to do that job. So even though they've gone away today, that woman, and I should imagine the sheriffs, they'll be back tomorrow. Okay, they'll be back. In fact, that woman, she will now make it her business to see that this family gets destroyed. But take a look at what I mean about the United Front. And there you go. That should be the reaction all the time. See, where were these sheriffs and where was that Rona woman when Gavin Newsom was having his party with all of the multiple families? They were nowhere to be seen. Where were they when Cuomo went maskless into the barbershop? They were nowhere to be seen. Where were they when Nancy Pelosi went into the salon? They were nowhere to be seen. Where were they recently when Joe Biden, who before the quote-unquote election, he was walking around with not one but 2 masks on because he wanted to portray the image that he is not just careful once, he is double careful. He is the best. He's Joe Biden. He's wearing 2 masks. He was then caught at a birthday party for himself. No mask at all, no social distancing, multiple households. Where is the Rona spies then? Where are they? It only seems to apply to largely Republican business owners. You run your own small business, you're out. But have you noticed how big companies, I mean mega multinational companies, globalist companies like Amazon, they're doing just fine. Their share prices have rocketed up. Are we going to see a day where there is no high street anymore? There is no independent business anymore? Because you know, when an independent business goes tits up, when it's finished, that represents a family dream. That represents the dream and aspirations of a family who had a dream to open a restaurant or a pool hall or any type of company you can think of. Any type of company, salon, whatever. And when they close, that's the dream gone. That the dream's died. This is something that elites, global elites, never have to worry about. Their dreams never die. They live in a dream every single day. So they don't know what it's like. But I stand squarely with the business owners. They are not threatening anyone. They're not putting anyone's health at risk, being in their own business property, doing nothing to anyone. The overreach is too much. It's like we're not allowed to have our own individual liberties anymore. Your very existence has to be micromanaged by the state down to what you're doing in your own bedroom at night. That's where it's going. But because progressives, they never stop. They're called progressivism for a reason. They are always progressing. It's another word for Marxism. Do you know the definition of Marxism? The definition of Marxism is permanent revolution. In other words, if you have a revolution and you get what you want, you continue, and then you continue, and then you continue. This is why we end up in the situation we're in today, where they just keep going. Progressivism, Marxism, it's the same thing, only the word progressive sounds much better. It sounds much more positive to gullible, blue-pilled Western minds than Marxism, because Marxism, they know, is a loaded term. But the people behind it want Marxism, they want to foist it on you, so they changed it, give it a nice new shiny positive sounding name like progressivism, but it's the same thing. Anyway, I'll leave it there. Thank you very much for watching. If you haven't yet, please like, subscribe, hit the notification bell and share this video around. That'll help me stay competitive with the likes of CNN and MSNBC, who, if they get their own way, they will be the only choice you have. Because YouTube is drastically limiting our reach, so we need your help to share, to like, to subscribe, hit the notification bell. Only takes a couple of minutes, and that's you doing your part to help us independent content creators. Thank you and goodbye. If you enjoyed that video, if I could ask you please to subscribe to the channel, hit that little subscribe bar down below, hit the notification bell beside it and put it on notifications to all notifications. That will just notify you when I upload. I upload videos almost every day. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. I'll see you tomorrow.